Friends, I'll be talking about tips and tricks of pinning in the neck radius fracture in children. First is you need to identify those which require pinning, which are those which are more than 30 degrees angulated. So once you choose, you have to reduce the fracture, which could be done by closed reduction, percutaneous reduction and fixation, intramedullary reduction and fixation, or an open reduction. The basis of closed reduction remains intact periosteal hinge, and one should remember that most of the times these fractures are displaced posterolaterally, or the head fragment is displaced posterolaterally. The method of closed reduction is basically giving a varus stress to the elbow and pushing the radial head back into position by a thumb pressure. But the closed reduction and intramedullary pinning, as described by Mathieu, remains the gold standard of treatment. The original Mathieu technique relies on a flexible intramedullary nail with a bend at the tip. It is advanced into the head fragment and the wire is rotated so as to achieve a reduction. But there are some problems with this technique. If the angulation is more than 40 to 45 degrees, you will end up in the tip of the wire into the fracture site and not achieve the desired results. And here there is no way you can pass this into the head fragment. So what is required is achieve a reduction before the pinning. And use the bend of the elastic nail to fine tune your reduction. So we have 2 or 3 techniques. One is the joystick technique. You basically tease the fragment using a blunt K-wire into position, and then with a drill hole through the distal radius, you pass an intramedullary elastic nail and hammer it into the proximal fragment. And this is an X-ray showing the joystick technique and the intramedullary pinning. And second is the leverage technique, where you basically use a pin into the fracture site and lever the head on top of the radial shaft. And this is a technique showing the leverage and subsequently fixation with the K-wire was done. So there are some pitfalls in the elastic nail, and some of the Indian children who have radius very, very thin, and elastic nail minimum size available is 2 mm. So what you can do is use a bent K-wire as an alternative. So first you create a track by using a blunt K-wire bent about 15 degrees at the tip, create a track, and then subsequently pass a sharp end K-wire as has been shown here, and hammer the K-wire into the head fragment after the reduction. Closed reduction and percutaneous pinning as an oblique fashion has much higher complication rate. So this is not done in a routine. Where it can be supplemented is where the situation is unstable even after intramedullary pinning. So you can use additional crosswire K-wires. And this is a situation where especially the head fragment is small, there is no metaphyke. Closed reduction and intrafocal pinning using the technique which is similar to Kopanji is not very popular. It has been described by only one author in 2012, but this is not very popular. So this is one tip and trick with intramedullary K-wire, which we saw in 2015 in European Journal of Surgery and Traumatology, where we actually, the original Mathieu has an incision in the metaphysis. We shifted the incision little proximally, that is for ease of entry of the K-wire and avoiding the superficial branch of radial nerve. You bend the wire a little, make a drill hole into the distal radius, bend the wire, hammer the wire, and this is to create a track, and then hammer the sharp wire with a bend, reduce the fracture with whatever way you want, and then hammer the wire into the proximal fragment. Now one has to be careful, do not try and attempt a closed reduction in those fractures where there is no periosteal hinge, like in these patients. You can see the head of the radius has no contact, and it is a futile exercise to try a closed reduction in these patients. So straight away you should go in for open reduction in these cases. What you must avoid is a transcapitular pinning, which has very high chances of breakage. To summarize, intramedullary pinning using the modified Mathieu technique is now the gold standard for radial neck fractures. One has to achieve reduction before passing the wire, and it greatly helps in the process of intramedullary pinning. And you can do that by a joystick, a leverage technique.